Hi guys, in this video we're going to be talking about the surface area of three-dimensional figures. So that is where, if I had something like this, right, you can see that this would be a rectangle, this is a different rectangle, okay, it has a bunch of different sides. If I wanted to cover this with wrapping paper, then how much wrapping paper would it take to cover it? So it's kind of just like, how much area is here plus how much area is here, okay? So we will move on with the calculations part on the next page. And I can only do a couple examples, so you'll have to just figure out what shapes, it's kind of like composite figures, what shapes make up whatever three-dimensional figure you were trying to find the surface area of. Let's go. Okay, so like I said, the surface area is the sum of all areas on the outside of a 3D object. So I'm going to take the area of each side and just add them together. Okay, so your steps, first you're going to find the various two-dimensional shapes that make it up. Okay, so if I was going to take a box and unfold it, you can draw a net, so you can draw what those shapes look like. We're then going to find the area of each individual shape, and then we are going to add all of the areas together. Okay, so this first example is a rectangular prism, and this is a rectangular prism. So I'm going to highlight as I show you on here. Let's say this side and that little one. I'll outline it, that might be easier. Okay, so those two orange ones, let's say like this is my top and the bottom. Okay, so there's two of those. Then I have another one here and here. So if this is my top and bottom, that one is this side and this side. Okay, so there's two of those as well. And my last ones are these kind of end caps. So that would be here, and then back here, I have the same one. That's where those come from. So let's draw the net. So what would it look like if I took that box and unfolded it? Okay. Well, if I look, this rectangle right here is an 11 by 3. This one is an 11 by 3. This one on the bottom is 11 by 3. And this one on the back is 11 by 3. So I have 4 that are the same size. And now I can't erase that, but that's okay. So I'm going to draw 4 rectangles that are 11 by 3. We're just doing our best. I'm going to put these congruent lines to show that those are the same lengths. Okay, and then I had these squares on the side that were 3 by 3. And there's 2 of those. Okay. So now I have to find the area of each individual shape. And it's kind of nice because all of these rectangles are the same. So I'm going to find the area of the rectangles. Okay, which is base times height. My base is 11. My height is 3. 11 times 3 is what? Yep, 33. Okay, and that goes for all of these. So sometimes I like to label them inside the shape. Okay, and I put circles around them for funsies. Okay, take a second and write down the area of, or the formula for area of a square. What did you get? Did you get that the area is the side squared? Nice job. So my side lengths are 3. So this is 3 squared. What's 3 squared mean? Or what value is it? Yeah, great job. So 3 squared means multiplying it by itself. And 3 times 3 is 9. So each of those are worth 9. Or have an area of 9. So to find my surface area, just how area is A, surface area is SA. Okay, I'm going to add all of those together. So I have 33 plus 33 plus 33. I got funny. Plus 33. There's 4 of them. Then I have 2 squares that are 9. Okay, when I add all of those together, you should get 150 square yards. But can I show you a faster way to do it real quick? Okay, I know that there are 4 of those rectangles, so I'm going to take 4 times the area of that rectangle. Plus, there's 2 squares, so times the area of those squares. Okay, so 33 times 4 is 132. Plus 2 times 9 is 18. Which when I add those, I get 150 square yards. Okay, so here I have a can, and it's a cylinder. Okay, it has a round bottom and then goes straight up. So its surface area is going to be this around the side, plus the top and the bottom. If I unfold that, this middle part, it ends up being a rectangle. So the surface area of a cylinder is a rectangle and 2 circles. Okay, and notice, let me tear this off. That's pretty good. Okay, so this length of my rectangle wrapped around the distance around the outside of my can. So the length of this rectangle is the same as the circumference of the circle. So that's how we label that, okay? So I'm going to draw the net. And like we talked about, like I showed you, the middle part of a cylinder is a rectangle. Here's its height. Okay, and then we have to add the circles on top and bottom. And those have a radius of 2. So I'm going to find the length of the rectangle. Okay, the length of the rectangle is the same as the circumference of the circle. And my formula for that, since I'm given a radius, is 2 times pi times the radius, which is 2 times pi times 2. Which is 12.56. Okay, so I'm going to label that 12.56 right there. Okay, now we can go ahead with finding our areas. Let's start with the rectangle. Take a second and write down that formula. Okay, the area of a rectangle is the base times the height. Nice job. I'm going to fill those in. My base is 12.56 times my height of 2. 12.56 times 2 is 25.12. Okay. Then I'm going to find the area of the circle. Tell me, what is the formula for area of a circle? Yep, you got it. Area is pi times the radius squared. I fill in what I know. pi times 2 squared, which is 3.14 times 2 times 2, which ends up also being 25.12. Squish this down a tiny bit. So my surface area is 2 circles plus 1 rectangle. Okay? So I'm going to have 2 of the circles plus just 1 of the rectangles. Okay, 2 times 25.12 is 50.24 plus my area of 25.12. When I add those together, okay, you get 75.36. My units was centimeters squared. And we're still doing squared since it is an area. Okay guys, that's it for surface area, just taking your shape, breaking it apart, finding the areas individually, and then adding them together. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Remember to have a great day and be a good person.